Doug here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to our continued playthrough of Solomon Kane. Now I'm going to start off this session by saying I hope my heaters are not too loud. The weather here in Texas is having a challenge making up its mind what it's going to be. Earlier last week it was 81 degrees, but for the last several days it's been below freezing. And I think it's a little above freezing now. Yeah, it's 37 degrees right now, but it will get colder again. And my little studio gets rather cold. So I do have some heaters running. I apologize if you can hear them. I hope they're not disruptive. Anyway, we are in the middle of this scenario of we are playing what's called a popular opinion. It's the chapter in the Witchfinder General series. And we are, of course, playing Solomon Kane. We're not playing Solomon Kane. We're playing Providence, who's helping guide Solomon Kane in the story arc. And we had great luck in the first scenario. We came out with a very illuminated path for Solomon Kane. Providence was able to provide that illuminated path, but now we're struggling. And we've had a really hard time getting things going. These shadows have been upon us rather quickly. And we haven't been able to actually strike up a conversation with anybody. Meanwhile, these guards are killing each other, and that's just not great. They're all battling it out and taking each other down. And that's going to get worse because we are not in a good place right now. The dice gods were certainly not with me in the last episode. So hopefully they are this time. But let's get started. We're going to get going right away. Now, Solomon Kane has been able to move a little bit. He's with these two villagers. He's intending to talk to them, but we have the problem of this shadow here. We have another one up in the corner. And I'm hoping that we can do something against that this turn. We've had a very bad stroke of luck by getting a sin laid upon us of gluttony that we have to get rid of as well. So let's go start the round. I'm not going to go over the rules. We're just going to dive right in. I do want to say that we do have this melee card in play where the two groups are fighting each other we have to take care of after every virtue's turn. So we're going to do that. But let's start by rolling our dice and seeing how we're going to apply them. It's a bit of a shame that I haven't been able to get much going here in this particular chapter, and we certainly need some help now, and this is not going to be the way to do it. See, flipping these doesn't do any good. It's just awful. I mean, I can't. So here's the problem. This gluttony thing requires that I do put down an extra die. So we almost have to do this. I can actually get it done by doing this, and this. But it's the only thing I'm going to be able to do this turn. But it will allow me to place one light. And so I think we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to place the light here. And basically it says, if you place a light on one of these, it goes away, right? So it'll immediately go away at the end of this turn, and we won't have to deal with the gluttony anymore. But again, it's another wiped out, useless turn for us, and that's a shame. Now, I have these two cards here I could replace. I mean, this is going to be my turn, y'all. This is kind of sad, but I'm going to keep that in reserve. Basically, I would have taken one out, put one back in. Whatever, I got one in reserve. These are both good cards, but I'm going to leave it as is for right now, and we're going to resolve. So I didn't flip anything. I didn't do anything. I played these ones. I had to play an extra one because of this. We did that. This goes away. So we don't have that sin anymore. That's good, I suppose. And that's going to be it. So what are we going to do now? Well, we've taken our actions. We resolved our dice. We're going to draw our darkness card. But before we do that, we're going to do the fight with the folks in the square there. So we started feeling the sin of gluttony come upon us, and we chose to deal with it by Providence shed light on us to get rid of that for or get rid of that feeling, that sensation for us. So let's go to the melee. I got such a horrible turn. Sorry y'all, this way to start, but it is what it is. Now once again with this, at the end of the virtue's turn, I have to roll 3 dice. We got 1 cross, so that's not going to do anything, but we got 2 of these symbols, which means for each of these, move a soldier towards the nearest thug and place a damage token on them. So that's going to happen twice. Let's go look at that. Okay, so we've rolled these 2, right? These are the 2 that we're going to enact. I think what will happen is we'll move this one to here. We'll place a damage token on this thug. And then this one doesn't have to move. And we'll place another damage token on this thug, and that'll be it. That's the 3rd one for him, so he is gone. And we're starting to lose people on the battlefield. That is going to be the end of this particular card during this session. And then we're going to draw our darkness card. Now we're not running low on those yet, I think. It's hard to tell, but it's really hard to tell. Anyway, we're going to look at these. So no near. Now we do have a near shadow, but nothing's going to happen with it. So the southernmost, the closest shadow moves 2 to engage. Now, the closest shadow is this one, but it says to engage, so it's actually not going to move. Well, no, engage, or I got to remember which one is which. I think engage means, threaten means to get next to it. Engage means to go into the space. So it is going to go into the space with us, which means we're going to have something else bad happen. And the furthest shadow moves 3 to threaten. 1, 2. And it's going to stop right there. So now we have 2 shadows there. This one's going to engage us. And this is awful, right? This is just awful. So what happens then is we draw an event card. I left him out. No point not leaving him out. And then we're going to put another shadow because our threat is actually only going to allow 2 shadows out. So we're not going to put another one out right now. What do we get here? Fading Judgment. All virtues without their miniature on the board discard their right-hand action card. Well, our miniature is on the board, so we don't have to do that. And then -1 compassion unless justice is on the board. Well, we can just get rid of 1 compassion. We are down to 4 compassion. He's about to become non-compassionate and nasty and mean with people and start to suffer penalties in conversation, which is what we have to do in this one. It's kind of crazy. And then this one will go away because that's what happens. But then actually I think it just reappears because now there's only 1 on the board, so it'll reappear up here at the X space. And that's going to be it. Maybe, now we still got this guy threatening us, so he's going to give us a issue when we try to have a conversation. We need to gain something here that's going to help us. That's the end of the round though, so let's go back and roll our dice. Man, I would really like to get something going here. So we still have this dice in reserve. Let's see if we can do something good. And what is up with all these? I know there's 2 of them on the die face, but good lord, it's ridiculous. Let's see, can we get 2 things done? I can re-roll. I'm going to have at least 2, so I'm going to re-roll 1. That's going to be our thing. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh my god. Well, alright, here we go. I guess we're going to place a light. That's what we're going to do right here. I'm going to put that in reserve, might as well. And we're going to place a light token on plus X to all tests. So now we have +1 to all tests. Could also add a die, but we're going to do that right now. And I guess I'll keep these because there's no real reason to change them out. That was it. That's our wonderful turn again. I mean, this is just, I can't even do this. It's just sad. Yeah, in this game, I tell you. You know, I'm just having such bad dice rolls. It's almost, it feels like I can't get anything done. And that's a shame in any game. Like, this is a good game. It's just, maybe there needs to be more ways to mitigate dice when it gets this bad. I don't know the answer, but we're going to probably have another shadow hit us this turn and draw another event card that's going to be bad for us. So let's go see. First, we have to do the melee. We're just watching people kill each other. I guess it's fun for Solomon Kane to do that. I'm not sure. Okay, so here we are again. We're going to roll 3 dice. Now, why can't I get all the pluses, the faith rolls now? Because they don't have any effect on this, but I don't get them when I don't need them. So we're going to have 1 here and 2 here again, right? So we're going to have the 2. We're going to have 2 soldiers go and 1 thug go. So I think the answer will be simple. We'll have a thug. This one do this. We'll have this guy do here, and this one will turn and fight him, I guess. for one and put one on him. And that's it for that. The melee, so they're basically scrapping with each other. I don't even know what happens if all of them die. I mean, this could be really bad. I don't know. It's kind of crazy. They're just, it's insane. Anyway, let's continue. Maybe we'll get a little luck with our darkness draw, but not so far. So, okay, nothing happens in the first group, so that near shadow doesn't do much. The farthest, okay, the closest shadow moves one to threaten. That's this one, so he's just going to stay where he's at. And that's it. And because there's 2 on the board, we're not going to generate another one. Okay. Well, that was not the worst thing that could have happened. We didn't have to draw an event card that time. I need to get some things going here. I hope we can. Okay, we need to talk to these villagers. That's my goal here, right? Now, I could place some more light if we fail at being able to do that. But, okay, look, we actually have some things going on here. This is not terrible. I could get this and place 2 more light out. But I think we need to do this. So we're going to place this here and this here. Providence, I could move Providence up over to where that shadow is and blow up the shadow. I mean, that... God, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. This is no fun sometimes. Oh, I could... You know what I could do? Yeah, let's do this. We're going to... See, this takes any. We're going to do this as well. Okay, so there's my... I didn't re-roll or flip anything. This is what we're going to land on. So I'm going to do this first, okay? We're going to just take care of that. I'll show you what that does on the board. Then we're going to talk to the villagers. So I'm actually going to move Providence into the space with me. That way, if another shadow comes in, we can destroy it. I don't know. I think that's a good idea. I don't know for sure. But I don't think there's anything else that we can do with that. Now, for our next action, we're going to talk to these villagers. And it says in the objective, we can talk to the villagers. We need a 5 or better. Or if we get a 5 or less, we're going to pull 1 card. If we get a 6 or better, we're going to pull another card. And we're at a 0. So this guy's next to us here. So he gives us a -1, but we got +1 to all tests. So we're basically nullified that. Let me show you. What light we do have gives us that. And that's going to give us the ability to nullify the effect of that shadow that's threatening us. Okay. There's no way to get any other modifiers for this. So I think we're just going to have to draw. We need to get, we're probably going to get, I'm going to guess we're going to get a 5 or lower. That's going to lead to 1 outcome. I don't know if these are good or bad outcomes, but typically higher is better. Let's see what we get. Oh my God, we got a 6. I haven't had any kind of luck like that yet this game. So a 6 or better means when we talk to the villagers, we're going to get D1201 out of the deck here. So let's see what D1201 is. And here it is. It's the very next card. Hopefully this helps us a lot. Okay. A range of views. Solomon Kane overhears a group of villagers talking heatedly about the dispute. Reveal 2 random discovery cards from... Okay, we'll get those out in a second. If one or all of those cards belongs to the side matching Solomon's judgment, place 1. If both cards belong to the side 2, place 2. If neither, we increase our danger. Remove all cards that don't match from Solomon's path. Okay, so our path, remember, was the Puritan, right? So we need to get D202. I think we already have some of these out. We already did this. I think there's only 1 left, right? Yeah, here's D202, D203, and D204. I think we already have them all out. Is there 1 left that we didn't do? It doesn't look like it. No. Oh, D205. We have D205. So this is the only one we have that we haven't done already. So we're going to flip this one and see what it is. An ambitious soldier. The villager tells Kane the fellow leading the Roundheads is a young lieutenant named Thomas Downs. He always had ideas above his station and is likely causing us trouble to further his military career. The Puritan may be right. Solomon begins to understand why the officer is doing this, adding up to the whole picture perfectly. This is a Puritan card, so I think we're going to have 2 Puritan cards out. Solomon's judgment was Puritan +1 clarity. It is, that's for sure. So we're definitely going to get 1 clarity. That's good. But we also have this one out. Now remember, siding with the Puritan, we also have this one. Now we're not going to get this bonus again, but this is what's out already, which means, I guess, let me just think about this a little bit. A range of views. If reveal 2 random discovery cards. If one of these cards, so we're going to place 1 light, I think, because we don't have 2 to place. So we're going to, that one's now gone. I think once these are gone, you don't, it says remains in play. So if there are ever 2, so we're going to reveal 207 at the end of this, because if there are ever 2 Puritan cards in play, we're going to reveal D to 1207. So we're going to do that. But let's finish this one off first. We got that. We're going to get to place another light token out. I think what we're going to do, of course, I think we're going to lose Providence from the board temporarily. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to place, because this still affects this, because it impacts Valor. I think we're going to do that and give us +2 to tests, all tests. I was going to think about +1 die, but this gives us a bonus when we're testing, and I think we're going to need to test. I don't know. I take it back. I'm going to spread it out right now. I'm going to give us an extra die to roll. I think that's good. And then last but not least, we're going to pull out 1207 and see what happens. We have sided with the Puritan, right? We're still going to have the melee, though. That's still going to happen. So, Brothers in Arms. Solomon Kane draws his blade and locks eyes with Thomas Downs. The common soldiery have no right to deny the lawful business of men of faith. Remove all villagers, and all of these cards, if in play. Reveal F001 and F0023. Okay, we'll do that. Let's get that done. Here are the 2 F cards that we pulled out. They're fighting cards. We got F001 and F023. And we're going to leave these out for just a moment. I'll just put them right here by the board, and we're going to finish the actions on this card. Now we have something that's going to be in play here. Solomon Kane changes, fight. Officer Thomas changes, villain, hunter, fight, health 3. Whenever all soldiers are defeated, all thugs change. Rabble, hunter, health 3, fight. Wow, lots of stuff going on here. Objectives change. When Thomas is defeated, flip this card, proceed to, well, I remember what that symbol is, proceed to chapter 3B. Okay, so we're going to keep that in play. And I think this card will go away from the game. And now we're going to, we actually got something done this turn, but that is actually the end of our actions this turn, right? So we're going to then go to the melee, because they're still fighting, and see what happens there. All right, here is the melee. So this means nothing. So we're going to have 2 things happen. We're going to have 1 and 1 of each. So a soldier and a thug are going to do each other in. Now, if I'm taking the logical path, this guy is going to hit this fellow here, and that'll be 3 hits on the soldier. He'll be out of play. And then this one will hit him and knock him out of play. I think that would be the right way to go. So there's 1 thug, 2 thugs, and 2 soldiers left. That's interesting that it went that way. And then that is going to be the end of the melee. Okay, now we're going to our darkness card. We don't have very many left, so that's not great. We got to defeat the soldier's leader. So let's see what we got here. We have 1 sentry moves, 1 shadow moves to engage. So the near shadow is going to engage us, and we're going to block it off. Then the 2 scout, the closest shadow moves 1 to threaten. Okay, so we're going to have this guy up here. He's going to move 1. I guess he'll move right here. This one moves into our space. You can see that, yeah. And then it will blow up. We're going to take it out. The shockwave is the range of the aura, so this one unfortunately is not caught in it, which sucks, but then Providence is temporarily off the board, so we got to find a way to get Providence back on the board so we can continue this fight with our bad guy. Now I just realized this space here is blocked. I don't think it's blocked to shadows, but just in case, I'm going to move him there. So we got to get Solomon Kane moving around here to this guy. And we need to remember now that we have Thomas is, whenever all thugs are defeated, okay, they changed it, okay. Yeah. So we have to defeat the soldiers as well. So we got some things to do here. We're going to take one more turn in this episode. It's been a lot going on, but we'll get this done. So let's go. Now that was the end of the darkness phase. Oh, we did spawn one. I'm sorry. We spawned another shadow on X again. The last one said Y. I guess I spawned this one in the wrong spot. Y is over here. so I got in the wrong spot. Anyway, you'll see where it is now. Just to show you, it's supposed to spawn here, so it's right here. This one spawns there, but hasn't moved yet. That actually makes a big impact on the game. Okay, y'all, one more turn. Let's roll 3 dice. We got 4 dice because of this. This is not aura-based, I don't think. I should check that with Providence. Because this influences the cards. This gives us abilities. See, this is... do I get the +1 dice when he's not on the board, or is it in the aura? I got to check that. So this one and this one are definitely based on... I'm going to say that they're all based on Providence being on the board with her aura. If that's not the case, this one seems like it would just go. But I'm going to roll 3 dice. I don't want to cheat. We're going to do this and see what we can get going on here. I can actually get more like... I can place Providence. I can do it. And that might be worth doing. That's all we're going to do this turn, unfortunately. But yeah, let's do that. We're going to spend all 3 dice here. We're going to place Providence back on the board. And I believe we're going to place Providence right here. So we're going to try and move up. Like that'll give us the aura against these guys here. So we'll place Providence down there, and that's really all we're going to do this turn. I mean, if the turns go fast, it's good, but there's also a downside to this. We're not doing well as a result. Okay, now we have the melee go down. Let's see what happens there. I wish I'd got all the faith symbols there. I did not. So we're going to have a soldier. Two thugs are going. For each of these, a thug's going to go, and 1 soldier. So let's go do that. I don't think he counts as a thug. That guy is a special character. Maybe he does. Let's just look at this again, just to be sure. Officer Thomas changes it to villain, hunter, fight 3. Whenever a soldier are defeated, all thugs change rabble, hunter, health, fight 3. When Thomas is defeated, proceed. Okay, so I guess is he just a thug now? I guess so. So we'll do this. We're going to say move 1 to... We're going to move him here 1. He's heading toward this guy. And then we'll move him here to this one and place a token on there. I don't know if that's right or not. It feels like... Why would he just stand there? He wouldn't do nothing, right? That doesn't make any sense. And he is the... actually, take it back. This is the guy he's supposed to be on the board. So he's already went down. I guess I'm going to play it that way. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. I can fix that. That's easy enough to fix. We're not too far into it. And that's it for the melee. And then we're going to draw our darkness card and see what happens here. Let's see. No near. 1 shadow moves, but we don't have anybody near. Far. The farthest shadow moves 2 to threaten. Okay, so that's all that's going to happen. The farthest shadow is going to be, let's see, this one, I guess. 1. No, it might be this one. 1, 2. 1, 2. It's going to be the, yeah. It's going to be this one. 1, 2 to... Man, do I really want to blow up Providence again after we just got Providence back on the board? I mean, I don't have a choice. It's going to move there. Boom, shockwave. It's actually going to get both these guys off the board, so that's kind of good, but Providence comes off as well. Yeah, because both these shadows then went off the board because of that. So when Providence moved it, when that one moved into space, it triggered an effect. 1 shadow was here, 1 was with Providence, so both of those go down. And that's going to be the end of the round. I guess that's okay. It could have been worse. Maybe we can get Providence back out again next turn. I don't know, but at least we'll get to take some actions, right? We're clearing the board. Things are happening. We'll see how it goes. All right, y'all. That's where we're going to end this episode for tonight. So take care. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I do have this move token. We're probably going to get this one. If we can get 2 moves in, we're in a good place this turn. We'll see if we can pull it off and get to a soldier and have a fight. That would be great. Because we do have the fight action now as part of our keywords, which means we're allowed to test against a character. But we're going to have to get some good dice rolls to make that happen in 1 turn. I don't know if we'll be able to pull that off in 1 turn. We'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the next episode, and take care.